OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro? Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We're back for another Ordinal hour, and it's going to be a great one because Fractal is here. Fractal went live last night. If you were a part of the member group, we live you guys. We kind of walked you through our plans and ideas, and a lot of you guys signed up for the member program. So I really want to show you guys appreciation for that. If you are a member, then you heard about the potential drops that we'll be dropping as well. It's going to be fun. One teal, one orange. You remember. But if you're not a member, then yeah, think about it. But we appreciate you guys, man, and we're really going to dig into a lot of the Fractal stuff today. We're getting that energy back. It really feels like a lot of things are going our way finally, right? It's been kind of a long time, 6 months of sideways. Sideways definitely feels different than down. Don't you just wish it was just going down? Down, it just gives you like opportunity to get in stuff. Sideways, just boring. It just sucks. But now, it's being September. We're really bullish on this year, and next year is going to be obviously amazing for everyone in crypto and Bitcoin because that's just how it is. It might not be exactly the same, but it's definitely going to rhyme. And if you're in this, you're going to win. You're going to win next year. I can promise you that. History says it. It's written in the history books. We're already winners. We're all pre-rich, right? We're all pre-rich. We'll get there very soon. Without further ado, we bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? What's going on?
What's going on, dude? So we were just talking. The energy's back, right?
Yeah. The energy's back. We noticed it with our YouTube a little bit, as well as our X accounts, right? People are starting to get back from the summer break and doing their research, and that's a good sign. That means that we're not too far. That doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to jump back up to 65, 70,000 today, but what it means is that people know that we're close to where we need to be. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. So how do you feel about Fractal so far? We're about 1 day in, about 3,000 blocks. We're still about a fifth of the way there. So what do you think so far?
Well, I mean, I think the excitement is that these miners are going right now. They're trying to make sure that the mempool is going smooth. So that's always the most prioritized important thing. is just to make sure that that part is going smooth. Because the last thing you want to do is open this up to people to inscribe things, collections, and all of a sudden now the mempool is backed up for hours. That would be a horrible situation. Then you're having people say, hey, this is worse than Bitcoin, right? So I think that's what they're focused on. So that's actually like a really good first step to make sure that's smooth. And then they said it would be a week or so once, you know, we can inscribe stuff at the 21,000 block, but it looks like that's been expedited. The blocks are moving pretty quick. So some people are estimating maybe middle of this week. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, so the blocks were estimated to be 30 seconds a block. I think we're getting between 9 and 12 seconds per block, which is absolutely insane right now. I think they weren't expecting as much hash power as we see, but it's 22 seconds as of right now of the last block. So I mean, but it's an average of like 12 seconds. So yeah, it's very bullish. Block 3,268. We got to get the block 21,000 to start inscribing and all that fun stuff, right? So it's looking like, I would say Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
If we continue this pace, right? Which I don't see why we wouldn't. If things are moving this smooth right now, then I imagine it would get probably more efficient, right? Now, obviously, people aren't putting tons of transactions in there. Maybe the UniSat team is, maybe the Fractal team is, just to kind of test things. They're putting some, transactions in the blocks. I imagine they have to be, right? Because you got to process transactions to win the blocks and earn the FB. So I think it's more of like, hey, this needs to be smooth when people are going to be doing stuff, right? So yeah, I would love for it to go live before I go to Singapore, because the worst situation for me would be being in the air while, this is live. But hey, it is what it is, and I got to play it accordingly. So, yeah,
man. We're getting some Bitcoin news here. Bitcoin's still up 113% from last year. If you go back 12 months, we're up 113%. So people think, it's been very bearish lately, but if you zoom out, we're up a lot over the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we're just the mentality of the people in the space are, what have you done for me lately? And that's a human natural mentality, right? Like, you're only as good as you have been lately, right? And Bitcoin lately has not been the best to people, but if you zoom out and see from last year, 113% is pretty big, especially for the halving year, because people need to realize we are in the halving year, and that isn't the year, majority of the year, to where Bitcoin really thrusts up until the end of it, and that's where we're coming up on, right? So a little bit more patience, and I think we're all going to have big smiles on our faces.
I agree. 1.78 trillion was wiped out of the U.S. stock market in the first week of September. So why is that important? Is because, we kind of follow the stock market. It sucks to be that way, but Bitcoin is looked at as like a tech stock. Bitcoin is looked at as a risk on asset. So that is why, another reason why I think we got beat up over the week. Well, last week was because we're just kind of following the stock market. Eventually Bitcoin's going to break away, right? But for now, we're kind of following what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we have been following the stock market a lot of this year, like earlier too, and kind of last year. But I think when you get close to that zone of, okay, it's time, let's turn the switches on, Bitcoin does do its own thing. I mean, you can see in history, right? So stock market, I'm not really too concerned about right now. Obviously, if there was a huge major recession or something like that, but it has to be very, very significant to really alter Bitcoin's trajectory in the halving, pattern, right? Or sorry, the 4-year cycle pattern. And so I think what's happening right now is some of these stocks are, people are preparing and TradFi for a rate cut, and typically rate cuts don't do well for the stock market for the first couple of months. But I don't think Bitcoin's going to follow that. I think Bitcoin's going to do its own thing and say, hey, we had to get back on track because the ETFs threw us off earlier this year. And it did for the past 3 months, I would say. And now it's preparing to get into that fall, winter, holiday season of the halving year. And that's always typically a good time.
Well, emergency rate cuts don't do well. Normal rate cuts, they're usually okay, but it's not that bullish, right? It's not like insane, but over time it is. So yeah, to your point. So the Fed official Gooseby, he does not have a vote.
Goose and those on your mind, brother.
Gooseby. He doesn't really have a vote, but he's one of the people who advised the chairman, which is Jerome Powell. But the odds of a recession might be rising. So this
Yeah.
is the guy who is in Jerome's ear saying, yo, we might be hitting a recession soon.
I mean, we've heard this on and off for like the past 2 years, right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't worry me, right?
Not by a Fed official, though.
Sure. But it is what it is with this.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't going to scare me for the 4-year cycle. Remember, when the last 4-year cycle kind of took off, we were dealing with COVID, right?
Yeah.
And then it got extremely bullish because there was a lot of stimulus, a lot of dollars circulating, people trying to figure out where to put those and stuff like that. So if a recession comes, whoever the president is going to cut checks, right? So they're going to make sure that they look good to the American people. So this actually, to me, could be more bullish hindsight, looking backwards and saying, hey, that was actually a really bullish moment if it happens.
And it could be bullish for, Jerome dropping, 0.5. I think that would be pretty big, but we'll see if that happens. Billionaire Michael Dell from Dell with a net worth of $92 billion just tweeted out this weekend, enjoy Bitcoin.
Did he put the orange heart emoji on? Okay.
Yep, that's the exact tweet. Enjoy #Bitcoin heart. Yeah. So I think Dell's next meeting, you're going to see them add Bitcoin to the balance sheet. Yeah, I think it's a process, but I think they're going to do it. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be the situation, right? It's a little cryptic. Obviously, it has a positive connotation to it with the orange heart. I would love to see Dell adding Bitcoin to their books. I'm not sure what process that has to go through for the board of advisors and all that stuff. But that would be amazing and extra bullish for Bitcoin, right? We already talked about seeing this type of approach from smaller, medium-sized companies, corporations doing it. But for Dell, I mean, that's huge. That's a mainstream indicator, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if Dell comes out and says you can buy PCs and laptops now with using Bitcoin, how big would that be?
Huge, humongous, gigantic. Yeah.
Well, speaking of something gigantic, Japan's largest electric company, so the number one electricity company in Tokyo, is going to be using renewable energy to mine Bitcoin. This is huge.
This is big. Yeah, this is big because people are looking for ways to kind of look for resources, right, that are natural to do this, right? We've seen it already. I think El Salvador is doing it with volcano energy, right? Yeah. I know certain parts of South America, Central America, I think it's Tether that's using waterfalls, like huge waterfall, so hydro energy. This is good. This is good because they don't want to use the fossil fuel approach. And I'm not, to me, obviously, like, I'm not huge on either way. But I think this is just a good news headline because they're looking for different ways to do it without trying to upset, I think, like the global, population. So big bullish indicator to me is that, their companies are looking for renewable energy resources to mine Bitcoin. This is going to be a big thing in the future.
Yeah. And I remember the biggest hurdle last cycle was that Bitcoin was this big, energy killer, right? Like it was going to destroy the entire, grid. But now they're actually using renewable energy to do this. So that's really cool.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the U.S. economic calendar for this week. I know it really doesn't matter to us Bitcoiners, but I think Wednesday and Thursday are a really big deal. So if you can see here, Wednesday, a CPI. This is the core price index year over year. So this is the number comes out 8:30 a.m. So look out for that if you were a trader. And then Thursday is the PPI. This is producer price index. So this is this is the consumer and this is the producer. So these are numbers, the inflation that the producer is paying, and these are the numbers that the consumer is paying. So look out for Wednesday and look out for Thursday. These economic data points are going to be huge. And also on Thursday, we get the initial jobless claims. That's been pretty big lately. We've been really paying attention to that. And if you are a trader, be very careful on these 2 days.
Yeah, I agree. This is good to, bookmark that. So maybe we can put that link in the bio or the description just for our audience. But I want to address something here. Yo-Yo Street made a comment, says, people love when corporations are eating up all the Bitcoin. What happened to us? We don't love it, but you have to understand that if there's something good and large entities and governments fight it, it's just like the internet. They, the media companies, the yellow pages, newspapers, they fought the internet because they knew what the internet would do to their main product. And that's what bankers and governments are doing, what we're doing to Bitcoin and crypto. But they've realized now, just like the internet, that they have to, jump on board with this. And you can't keep something that great under wraps for ever. And that's what's happening right now, is that these companies realize, hey, this is probably a smart move to hedge or have some type of investment here. And if Bitcoin is as good as we all think it is, it's inevitable. That's my take.
Yep. All right, guys, before we get into the Bitcoin fear and greed, I just want to do something real quick for the giveaway. I know a lot of you guys are waiting. So all you got to do for the giveaway, I'm giving away some FB. Not sure how much yet, but I'm going to be giving some. So all you got to do is go to inscription number 75,044,560. Go to this inscription number. It is my cat, and he hates transfer inscriptions. That is his name on here. So 75,044,560. And just come down here and comment. You can see I Walk Alone. He was already commented 6 days ago. So you are already qualified. So it's all you have to do is go on here. And but I just so you guys know, I'm going to be sending it to the address that comments, because I can go on here, the guy Walk Alone, and I can see his address. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy his address. I'm going to send that. So make sure you're commenting with the UniSat wallet. Don't rush, because comment 2 and comment 77, it doesn't matter. You guys have the same qualifications, right? So just use your UniSat wallet. So that way you can just change that to Fractal, because that's where obviously I'm going to send it. And I'm going to be sending it to that wallet. So make sure it is UniSat. And if it isn't UniSat, you can just put your words into a UniSat and do it that way. But that's just a hassle for you guys. It'd just be easier if you comment it to a thing there. Or you can put in the comment, your comment can be the wallet address that you want to send to as well. So you can do that if you're interested. But yeah, all you got to do is go to my cat, 75,044,560, and put some comments in there. And Yagobi is going to pick a random number, and then I'm going to count down. Let's just say he picks number 77. I'm going to go down all the way down and count 77, and that's the person that wins. So as many comments as you want, it doesn't matter. We're just going to pick a random number, count down, and find it, and then that's the winner. I'm probably going to give away, pick 5 winners, and I'll let you know how much FB you guys are going to get. So
let's go, guys. Participate. This is free FB, man. So
yeah, man. And my cat's going to be on the cover of Ordinal. So that's the benefit that I get from giving away my FB.
Did you tell your cat's going to be famous?
Yeah, I told him this morning. He was cool with it, I think. All right, so let's look at the Bitcoin fear and greed. What do you think it is? Last week was a 26. Yesterday was a 29. What do you think today is?
Yesterday was 29. I would say it's probably like 32 or 31.
26.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get into the Bitcoin price action brought to you by BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be one of the leading leverage trading platforms on the Bitcoin ecosystem. I'm very bullish on them. They're gonna be doing some really cool things. You're gonna be able to 100x Mr. Yen if you want to, and potentially they're probably going to get in some fractal stuff. They did probably going to do some stuff over there, list some of those coins as well. So BitPerp is going to be, they're going to be in on everything. I mean, they're talking to wallets, they're talking to everything native Bitcoin. Obviously, they're going to be the EVM, because that is you can't really do stuff on Fractal yet, but maybe in the future you can. But BitPerp's going to be, like I said, they're going to be big, because you can actually trade your own assets, your Bitcoin native assets there.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, guys. But before we get into the BitPerp Bitcoin price action, please, if you're on the YouTube side, smash that like for us. It helps us a ton. Also, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and turn your notifications on so you know when we go live, because sometimes we just go live randomly, and you want to make sure if there's big alpha that you catch that. And on the X side, guys, if you wouldn't mind, share the space for us. It helps us a ton. It educates new people that are trying to onboard to the Bitcoin ecosystem, and smash that like for us as well. But let's get into this Bitcoin price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. Okay, so the past couple weeks were definitely trying, right? Like, we were definitely hoping for a rebound, but we didn't get it, and that's fine. I was off. I was hoping for a target of getting back to 61 before we dumped, and it looks like we skipped that, and we just dumped. But For today, it looks like we had some on the 1 hour chart, at least, we had some bullish activity a little bit, right? This rising bearish wedge started to happen here, but that usually typically doesn't end very well, ends with a further dump, right? So my indication is that like we're gonna probably have one last dump in September, right? Before October. I don't know how accurate that is in terms of actually getting a strong dump, but I would love for it just to get out of the way, and then we can kind of move on to heading into the holiday season. But for today, it looks like the buy pressure on the MACD is exhausted, right? So we've been in buy pressure since the 7th of September, right? So it's been here for a while. And so I do expect further down after this bearish rising wedge. You can see here on the 1 hour chart, I kind of drew out this pattern. So, you know, how far we go down, who knows right now. But I do expect, you know, further down, maybe like to low 54,000s, high 53,000. So that's the second half of today. In terms of the 8 hour chart, we are looking like the 8 hour chart is possibly exhausted. So, you know, we had that week of sell down, sell pressure. You see it right here, this descending triangle kind of happening. Now, usually in descending triangles, it does continue down. But what we've seen the past, you know, I would say 3 weeks on the hour chart at least, or sorry, couple months on the hour chart is it's been popping up, right? So it is a lower percentage chance. Like I think it's 30% chance that it could pop up. But the indicator that's let me think that, you know, that's possible is the MACD. You're seeing that the sell pressure is exhausted. So this is going to be more of a 7 to 10 day forecast. And, you know, that could give us maybe like the end of the middle or kind of like that start of the third week of September to kind of rise up, which makes sense. Rise up into October is what the thought process is here. So second half of today, kind of maybe some more sell down. The next week and a half, hopefully we get back up and we can start that trend up for October. But that is what I'm seeing for the Bitcoin price action for second half of today and the next, I would say 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. All right, jump into the roll call real quick. Let's see who's here. And first is first matters on this show. And today, first is first was Green Man. Shout out to Green Man. He says LFG. Shout out to you, my friend. You have won today. Thank you so much for always being here, man. You mean a lot to us, Green Man. And I'm glad today's your day. So congratulations to you. I want to shout out a few new members. We got Andy Crawford joined the member crew. Shout out Andy. Then we have Joshua Robert Hathaway, shout out to you, my friend. Act 2 Sports, Google me, B. I love that one. Simon Pukek, thank you so much for being a member. Kid Kai. And then we have Ernesto Gonzalez. Shout out to you, my friend. Oh, Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves me and I love you. Shout out to all of our new members, man. I think that's all of them. But let's continue with the roll call here. We got APND, Apin. Shout out to you, my friend. We'll definitely get to your question in a little bit. Yasher's here, one of our mods. Appreciate you, my friend, every single day. Crypto Sovereign is here. Shizzy is here. Shout out to Shizzy. That guy's awesome. Chief Axel is here. BitRens, PJNZ, Mr. Hanky. Oh, Mice Elf. Shout out to you, my friend. I think it's your first time here. Shout out to you. And we got Tech Iron Fist. Shout out to you. Your first time here as well. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. Lackey Lukey's here, WebDro, Ordinal Tweets, and Ordinal Chips back to back. The brothers. John is here. Shout out to John. He said summer is over here in the UK. Had a great 8 weeks away. Time to get back to business. OrdRev is my first place. I head forward to for the latest alpha. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for always being here. Zahid is here, and we got C Mickens here. Rick G says, long live the BRC20s and FB. Oh, Rick G, bullish on the FB for the first time. Shout out to Rick G, man. And we got Crypto Prosperities in the house. Dream Baked. D-Love. Shout out to D-Love. She said she didn't get no FB. I'm rooting for you, D-Love. I hope you win one of the...
well, I think it's also a process right now, D-Love, because there's a couple wallets that we were supposed to get some FB to, and it hasn't happened. Our main wallets did get them, so I don't know if that, because there is stipulation too on they have some notes on basically the FB, and you had to have some testnet balance. So we'll see. Hopefully you get it though.
Yep. I walk alone. It's yours, GM. Let's smash that like button, share everywhere. Think rich, be rich. LG. Shout out to I Walk Alone, man. That's my guy right there. Cash Cats is in the building. I call him Coach Cats because he's always bringing the coffee and the donuts and the dog go to the moon. Shout out to you, Coach Cats. Joko is here. Cheaty, it's our guy right there. He said, "What's up, guy?" My man Edward Coach is in the building. Shout out to you, my friend. Chain Watcher. Isatoshi is here. No, GM to all. Shout out to you, my friend. Benjamin's back in the house. So, yo, guys, it's FB stream. Smash the like button. Shout out to you, my friend. Chota is here. Sogol is in the building. SPI. Ant-Man is here. Shout out to Ant-Man. Akala. Then we have, the Torion. Pla is here. Shout out to you, my friend. He said, better get that plain Wi-Fi.
Oh, believe me, I'm getting it.
Stevie J is here. Shout out to you, my friend. Let's see. Cryptocurrencies is in the building. Patrick Nand, Yo Street, BC Pet, BP Pets Crusaders here. I see you. I noticed there's a lot of FUD on FB. Peeps ran out of cash and now prefer to FUD it. That's normally what happens, honestly. And then we got LSR. My man Vargas is here. Tom T is in the building. Shout out to Tom T. PZ is here as well. He says, "Sup, boys, Goosenals. What is the padding and inner padding? It's anything you want. I don't think it matters." Me and Yagobi were actually just talking about that.
But the dimension does, right? Or no?
Dimension 1. Yeah, make sure it's 1 for the dimension. And then Verge, okay. But if you guys need more information on that, I'm not the best guy for that, but you go to OSD, Ordinal Support Desk on Twitter. They always have a live space. You can check in there and ask the questions. They will assist you through everything. Shout out to you guys. Yeah. I've noticed a lot of people from my stream with Francis on Saturday are here today. So shout out to you guys, man. Yeah.
Appreciate that, guys. Just real quick, though, it looks like that our MACD might be reversing here. So there might have been some news or something happening because Bitcoin seems to have jumped back up to the 55,000 range. Yeah, let me show real quick. You can see here. This is the hour chart, guys. We saw that red candle kind of forming here, and then now it's kind of reversed a little bit. You see this green candle coming up here. Obviously, on the shorter time frames is what kind of does that, right? Like you're talking about, like the 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute. But we'll see. So my trajectory for the second half of the day might be changing if there was some news or something. But I just wanted to point that out to the audience there.
Yeah. Our boy Danny Boy came in a little late today, but I'm going to shout him out. Shout out to Danny.
I messaged you on X. I'm trying to get you into the Foxy Telegram exclusive Ordinal Revolution clan chat. So message me your Telegram handle so I can put you in there.
Yeah, man. And we got Wisher 1987, the year I was born as well. Shout out to Wisher. And from Francis Crew. Yep, another guy from Francis Crew, man. So shout out to Francis doing Uncensored. A lot of you guys are coming from there over to our show. We appreciate that. We hope we can do as good as a job as Francis does. Probably not, because Francis is a legend, but we'll do our best. Jump into some stuff. The reason why you guys are here, right? Fractal Bitcoin. The Fractal mainnet is live. We're thrilled to announce the Fractal's first block has been mined, marking the beginning of a new era. So last night we witnessed this firsthand. We were watching, and there was 2 blocks. The first block was a 50 FB block, and the second block was 100,000.
Now 105 million.
105 million FB. We were like, what the hell is going on? And then after that, it was 25. What was your experience from last night so far, and how do you feel about Fractal in the, let's just say, the early hours? I mean, we're 12 hours in.
Yeah, I mean, last night was just really kind of just yes, it was we are live, but I think it was more we are live for the miners, right? Making sure the miners are have all their software and their nodes set up correctly. Everything with the mempool is going smooth. That was funny though, because Mr. Sheedy was like, okay, so someone just took 105 million FB, and I was like, okay, wait, that has to be for the distribution. And so we pulled up the pie chart, and in fact 50% of FB gets mined originally as rewards for the miners for the next forever, right? It's kind of like Bitcoin. The final Bitcoin that they estimate is going to be mined in 2050, 2130 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So that was the process, right? Is that you get the 105 million FB sent to a specific distribution wallet to the miners, and now we have begun. So it's exciting in the fact that the infrastructure is set, it is live. Now the anticipation is the 21,000 block, because that's really when people are going to start inscribing these early collections, these BRC20s, but the fractal version, right? So
yeah, man. Fractal, this is something new that I see, but Fractal's Genesis block carries the same message as Bitcoin. The Times, January 3rd, 2009, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks, echoing the commitment to build on Bitcoin's foundation. What do you think about that? The same message in the Fractal block, Genesis block, and Satoshi's Genesis block.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just to kind of show that, hey, look, we are here for the entire movement. We are here for Bitcoiners. We are here for scaling options of Bitcoin without, increasing block size and doing the things. There's some things that are going to be added to Bitcoin Core. Obviously, we all agree that probably Opcat's going to be added at this point, right? But one thing that won't change, in my opinion, is block size, right? Because it doesn't make sense to really give up the security part, which is the main feature of Bitcoin. And so you'll be able to do those kind of fast action trades and stuff on Fractal.
100%. Just want to shit on this. Hit on this comment real quick. Shout out to Shizzy. Loved your stream with Francis. You are really cool, dude. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate good comments because John always gives me big comments. No, I'm just kidding. But once BRC20 is activated at block 21,000, users can swap Fractal BRC20 assets seamlessly via the pizza swap. You have to use Sats as the fee token there. BTC can also be bridged to Fractal and back using the BRC20 standard. We're ready to bring. So, what do you think about that last part? BTC can also be bridged to Fractal and back using the BRC20 standard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
very vague.
Yeah, I mean, well, I imagine this is going to be like a wrapped version of BTC, right, over there. Having BTC over there is important, in my opinion, because you got to have BTC. That was the biggest problem with the modular swap, was that even though it was kind of built like halfway on Bitcoin, you didn't have Bitcoin. You couldn't trade for Bitcoin, right? Even in liquidity pools, you couldn't do it. It was all just Sats paired with Sats. So this is something that's needed for sure. I think we're going to see some Bitcoin over there. Their team's probably going to add stuff, and there's going to be investors that probably add stuff. But I don't know how much the pizza swap's going to be used, to be honest, because we're not big fans of the modular swap system right now, just because of what we've experienced. But if that experience changes dramatically, then that could change the perception, in my opinion. But this is the first big move they have to have, is Bitcoin in that modular system.
Yeah, I'm bullish on DotSwap coming over. I'm bullish on potentially Odin coming over. It really is just copy and paste, right? It's nothing crazy. That's the best part of Fractal. Anything you build on Bitcoin, you can potentially test it on Fractal. It's the same thing. All you have to do is change your networks on your wallet and you're good to go. So for these guys, all they got to do is make another website, right? Just copy and paste the original website, add Fractal to the title, and then you're pretty much ready to go. And you can only set, the chain obviously will just be the Fractal chain. So someone like DotSwap, I think they're going to be probably better than Pizza Swap, because one, I don't got to use Sats as the fee token, and two, DotSwap's has done a really good job. Obviously they're centralized, but they've done a really good job with the runes and stuff so far, and the BRC20s that they're doing, that I can see this happening pretty seamlessly for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree because of that. It is a kind of copy pasta in terms of how the blockchain is, except for faster, and then Opcat is here, right? So it can kind of project how these dApps will work on Bitcoin, but slower, obviously, right? But we've talked about this before. What will make sense on Bitcoin will be more stuff like staking, making staking more automated with a script type of smart contract, right, on Bitcoin. But you can test all that stuff on Fractal. Slow swap trades. So as long as you're okay with it, probably gonna have like MEV protection on mainnet Bitcoin, but on Fractal, you're gonna be able to do that really fast once script is added, or the smart contract language is added. So a lot of testing on Fractal for mainnet Bitcoin, but look at it like how Ethereum's DeFi boom happened, right? Once you could use like Arbitrum, Polygon, these other layer 2s, you would go over there for faster transactions, right? But at the end of the day, like you still, once the hype was there and these big meme coins were there, you were okay with it being a little bit slower and more expensive on Ethereum, because that's where that, like, you know, that high value asset really lives. And I think that's what's going to happen here. Fractal's going to have their like volume explode. And then once we're in the bull market, some of these big meme coins that launched on Bitcoin and Opcat is there, people will trade even though it's slower and stuff over there too. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And we're here for the ride. That's the most important part, guys. You guys are here for the innovation part. So like 1 to 2% of the total population is paying attention to this. And you guys are part of that.
Yeah. And like, you don't need to participate, but you need to pay attention. You know, if nothing's on here is financial advice. We're not telling you guys to do anything. And I know what's going to happen too. If something goes wrong with Fractal or whatever, we're going to get, oh, you guys shilled it. We're not shilling anything. We're just giving you guys the news of like what is happening. So like, you know, people said we shilled Merlin. We didn't shill it. We just told you guys what we're doing. And again, that's all we're doing with Fractal. We're just telling you guys what we are doing personally. You can take that information, do what you want with it. We're not shilling Fractal. It's the biggest news that's out there, and we're going to talk about it because we enjoy the Bitcoin ecosystem, and this is a big part of it, like it or not. So
100%.
Just want to put that out there. So UniSat said we are launching a voting platform soon that will utilize Opcat, empowering Fractal holders to vote on key proposals. This will ensure that Fractal's growth and evolution remain community driven. This is huge, right?
Yeah, it is big. It gives governance to the platform community, right? For the Fractal holders. And I think that's very important to kick things off this way. So, these holders feel like they have a voice, and it's not just, centralized. Like, there's this kind of, I think, perception that UniSat, they do centralize things, right? They have done that since they've been here, but I think they're trying to get away from that. And this is a good first step for that.
Yeah. And I think they've done everything right so far. I mean, with the, obviously they did pre-sale and stuff like that, but they listed every single wallet that these coins are going to go to from the pre-mine. So everyone can check it. And it's 7 months for the unlocking. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So the soonest unlocking is 7 months away, which is, it kind of puts it in like peak bull, right? Like,
I mean, I don't think people are going to care as much. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's, I think when it comes to timing, they've really kind of set this up really perfectly, in my opinion, launching really probably in the middle of this week. So we're talking about more like the 10th, 11th, possibly 12th, to where we can actually inscribe stuff. And then next thing you know, a month later, things start to pick up pretty aggressively. Bitcoin 75,000, 80, 90 in the winter months. And then like 7 months from now is what, the middle, probably like April, prices could be exploding then, right? Yeah. So people aren't going to care as much whenever the release starts to happen. So
100%. And a lot of these tokens are going to be used to inscribe and stuff, right? So I mean, you're not only going to need these tokens to inscribe, but you're going to need them for voting power as well now. Yep. I mean, this is a reason to hold these things. Even when let's just say these big guys, these guys love power, right? Obviously they love money, but they love power maybe a little more. So having power to push the chain in the direction that they want it to go, maybe that's bigger than actually selling the tokens. That's what I'm thinking as well, So yeah, because you can make more money pushing it in a certain direction that benefits you than you can by selling the token. So
and also one other thing, guys, like this is infrastructure that we've been talking about from like a year ago, right? So the ecosystem, Bitcoin's ecosystem is building out, right? So you have the EVM solution in terms of Merlin, you have now a UTXO solution in terms of Fractal, right? And so let's not get it twisted. Ethereum will have their moment because there's a lot of people heavily invested in that and talking about entities. But once that happens, you have that Merlin option for the Bitcoin ecosystem. And now you have Fractal for UTXO. So this is just these are just two new components, and there's going to be more and more and more. So like I said, we laid our bets over a year ago, and I'm glad that we laid our bets where we did, because we're starting to see the fruits of the labor of these builders and our decisions.
Yeah, but something you said got me thinking, like UniSat, it is perfect timing because these guys were here last year, right? And they knew how September was and then how October was. For them to get started in September and just being like, okay, like they fully understand the market, in my opinion. They're really smart people over there. So if history repeats and we have another strong October, November, December, Fractal's new. It's a new shiny thing, right? One, and it's pretty fair at this point because you know, it takes 7 months, all the pre-sale and stuff like that, all that stuff, 7 months away. So in the beginning, obviously the first 7 months would be very fair to the users. Everyone's kind of got the same advantage. We all got airdropped, you know, some people didn't get airdropped, but some people did. I mean, so I think it's pretty fair in that aspect, but I don't know. I just think that they're really setting themselves up for success here.
Yeah, let's go one level deeper, maybe two. Yes, they have the experience from last year, but let's bring in who their advisors are. Binance, like all these big heavy hitters, they have the experience from the previous cycles, right? So they're looking at halving year and they're saying, no need to launch yet. You know, we're coming into the halving year holiday season. That's the first taste of, like, you know, joy. You know, so I think all this is set up perfectly with the timing.
I agree. 500,000 FB will be mined by block 21,000, and 500,000 were going to be airdropped to the community. So there's going to be 1 million FB roughly. That's going to be out by that point. In circulation plus what's being mined. So let's just say there's going to be 1.2, 1.3 million tokens in circulation by the time block 21,000 goes off, right? So that puts so every dollar, the market cap is 1.3 million. So even at a $20 evaluation, it's only a $20 million project. Well, $20 million ecosystem.
Let's talk about what they put aside though for centralized exchanges and stuff like that too, because you know, yes, that looks amazing. Like if there's 1 million in circulation and that was it. But that's not it, because they have to have some for the centralized exchanges, right? And I think that's important. But still, I would imagine that it would be under probably like 5 million at max, don't you think? Maybe
how many tokens to exchanges? Oh, you mean including the tokens to exchanges? Yeah. I mean, I think it's actually going to be less than 3 million by block 21,000. Because how many exchanges is there? It's probably going to just be 2 exchanges. Max.
You know, I agree. And if they get the actual exchange, you know, the Binance exchange, which we think that will happen, that's huge, right? That is very huge. So let me see. I'm looking at the tokenomics right now. Let's see if it pulls up. But anyways, the reason why we're talking about this, guys, is because of, you know, what the possibilities of, let's just say 3 million in circulation. Now, obviously, it's going to continually mine every day, right? And so we'll probably increase, you know, further and stuff like that, or it will, but still, like, you're looking at 3 million in circulation. If, like, let's just say the bull market exploded, this token could actually see some crazy gains. Now you're going to have constant sell pressure on the daily with miners, but still the demand can definitely we've seen it with Doge, we've seen it with other tokens where demand really just outruns the supply, and when that happens, it doesn't matter what the sell pressure is from the miners.
Yeah, I agree. And you gotta, like, exactly, the inscriptions as well, right? You're gonna need these tokens to inscribe. You're gonna be inscribing. So that's it's gonna be a demand for that, because I'm willing to give up 10, 15, 20 FB just to inscribe one image in the first like 30 minutes of the block 21,000, right? So like between block 21,000 and block 22,000, I'm gonna be trying to get as many inscriptions as I possibly can.
Yeah, nope, you are right. I agree with you. But looking at this pie chart right here, we see the 105 million that was released on that, I think, block 2 or block 1. And then I can't really see what they would probably take out for, the centralized exchanges, right? Maybe ecosystem treasury is what I would think, maybe that. But anyhow, yeah, so we'll let them kind of wait. We'll wait for them to announce that part for the centralized exchanges, because I do expect them to have allocation for that.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Real quick again, we are doing a giveaway. So all you need to do is go to this inscription right here, 75,044,560. Just go to this inscription and put a comment, and we're gonna randomly be picking a comment. You can put as many comments as you want, honestly. Hey Shizzy and Yagobi, shout out to you guys, man. The comments are ready, so comments are coming in, and I'll get load more. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this number 44, and then we're gonna do it. We're not gonna do it yet. We're gonna do it after Merlin Monday. So just stay tuned. So at the end of Merlin Monday, that's when we're gonna do the giveaway. So you do have plenty of time. There's no need to rush. Come in here, put a couple comments. Let's get my cat to #1 on ord.io, and then I'm gonna giving away FB. I'm gonna be giving away. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna be giving away 2 FB to 5 different people. So I'm gonna give away 10 FB.
Yeah,
so.
And so if you guys are like, well, that's not that much, it is, because you can see people in here. And Gian Marco, I hope you get your FB. But he says a lot of people are not eligible, even if they had balance both on BTC mainnet and Fractal testnet. No one has explained why. You know something? Well, you make sure that you qualify for those check marks, right? On the qualifications page. You could have balances, but if you didn't earn points or you didn't do those things, you're not going to get it. So you just got to double check and make sure that you qualify for that. And we'll put the link in the show notes. I'll send it to you, Shizzy, and you can add it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Zaza says, any way to buy FB right now? I think CoinEx, but no, not right now. Not yet. Sorry, man. And Steve goes, 105,000 for miners will be released orange color by mining. No, that's the pre-mine.
The pre-mine.
So the 105 million, right?
That will be slowly dripped out for rewards.
Starting in 7 months, though. But yeah. Well, not all of it. A good portion of that's being locked up for 7 months. So and then the other stuff's going to be dropped out. Stuff.
What are they using to pay them right now? Because they're earning FB right now.
The miners?
Yeah.
That's the other half of the 105 million. 105 million is going to be mined over the course of how many years?
And that's what they're using for that 105 that
forever.
they already. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha. No. The other 105 that they haven't pre-mined.
No. It can't be because those are already allocated to percentages of the pie.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's the other half.
Oh, the one that they pre-mined out already. Okay, gotcha.
Well, no, the one that's not pre-mined.
Okay. I think I got it backwards in my head actually. So that actually makes sense to me. So that 105 that they actually pre-mined out, that's going out to distribution, and the one that is remaining is going out for rewards. Okay, I see.
Yeah, mining rewards. You got it. He said, Cyber Rip Rida said, I got a fat airdrop today. Congratulations to you, my friend. Verge says CoinEx, but the withdrawal isn't possible right now. Yeah, I heard about that as well. He said, when I inscribe our Fractal Goose, can we pay with BTC or does it have to be FB? So you have to use FB. FB is Bitcoin over there. So
Yep. And guys, don't forget, today is Merlin Monday. We're going to have Jeff on Bitmap Tech as well as some builders too. Maybe ask him his perception because he's in the know there, right? He's kind of, I think he's where they're headquartered, right? So he can give us his perception on it as well.
100%. And guys, on Block 21,000, what I'm doing personally, I'm going to be minting goosenals. That's what I'm going to be doing. I want a goosenal in the top 100 inscriptions. I know that's probably asking for a lot, but I'm going to try my best to get one. So if you guys don't know, go to goosegenerator.com. So inscribing these is super simple. You know, whitelist, nothing. It's super free and fair. All you have to do is go to toggle at the top.
Oh, giving away the alpha, brother. Let's go.
It's good. I want these to get minted out, right? That's what's my #1 priority. So
100%.
And our viewers mean a lot to us here. We have 70 people watching on YouTube, so shout out to you guys. But so all you gotta do is put the dimension down to 1. You can do a grid, but you have to be careful because the hype might not put all the grids in. So just try. Go down to 0.
Color scheme right there.
It is. I'm actually gonna save. So then all you gotta do is hit save, and you can see it just saves my computer as a SFFG, right? So it just saves it there, and then all you need to do is if you want to change it, you hit this one up here, and you change your color. And keep going until you find something you like. Let's just say you want a side goose, and just save it. That's it. And then what you're gonna do after you do that is you're gonna go to UniSat, go to inscribe, and that's it. So you're gonna just inscribe that image that you just saved. Simple and easy, done. And you'll pay the FB to get that in. And then as long as you're in the top 10,000, you will be indexed in. So if you were 10,143, you will not be included in the 10,000 collection. So you have to try to get it in before Goose 10,000.
Yeah. I see you from YouTube says, do we also need to add a name when we inscribe the goosenals? No,
nothing.
In fact, I would not say, just leave the default there, whatever it saves it to.
Yeah, so you're just taking the UniSat, you're just gonna hit inscribe, file, put file, pay the fee. Your goose is probably going to be inscribed in the first 10,000, as long as you do it first couple hours.
Loose. The
Yeah.
goose
Fractal
is
Goose,
loose.
me and Yagobi we have a little argument. I think that Fractal Goose will be worth more than the Goose on Bitcoin. He doesn't think that way, but I guess only time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, I think both of us have pretty good points of argument here. I'm just like, I can't imagine the same collection on any other chain outside of Bitcoin being worth more than that collection on Bitcoin. And I think that's just kind of ingrained in my brain from what I've seen from like Ethereum projects launching on other chains. But, you know, it could be different this time. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yo-Yo Street says, how do I inscribe it? It's not easy for noobs. Can you please walk us through it? Yeah. So we'll do a full tutorial video on it. And but I can just show you real quick. It's super simple, dude. So after you on screen. So after you do the save, all you have to do is go to fractal.unisat.io and hit inscribe. And that's it. And you're just going to inscribe it. You can't do it yet. It says inscribe will begin on block 21,000. But once you are able to inscribe, you're just going to hit the inscribe file and then upload your file. It's that simple. There's really not much to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll do a full tutorial.
Yeah, we're gonna do members live stream too. Once 21,000 has arrived, and we'll probably do that for like a short, like 15 minutes, just to get our members. You know, we've already kind of gone through it, but we just want another shot at them to do that, educated on it, and then we'll probably do a regular live stream right after for you guys as well. Because I mean, I don't think it's gonna take, you know, I don't think it's gonna get minted out in like 10 minutes. Who knows? Yeah. But we'll see.
And I'm gonna get Block, one of the founders of this project, on the show either this week or next week, and he can kind of walk us through what it means to be a goose. So,
what it means to be a goose.
Jump into some comments here.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Lots of comments today. I told you that the energy was shifting, and it definitely has, guys. Like, we are back. So let's see here. CoinEx withdrawal isn't possible. Verge says CoinEx, but the withdrawal isn't possible right now. Okay, so you can't withdraw it to your wallet. Yeah, I mean, it just got added for deposit. So that's going to be some time. Let's see.
Yeah. I wanted to
real quick, last Philip Smaz Heine. Smaz Hene, I don't know. I tried my best there. Okay, he says, howdy. What you thinks about Fractal Puppets, Punks, and Hanzo Momo collections? So I think the Hanzo Momo collection will probably do well because that comes from the East, right? And so if you remember Toothies on Atomicals, those like jumped up to like $3,000 each, right? And but those were started from the East. So I think Hanzo Momo will probably do well because of that. Puppets, Punks, like Puppets has like 1 million derivatives already. So Punks maybe you do okay. They always have some merit just because they are a punk, right? So we'll see.
Yeah, man. But yeah, to my Hanzo Momo, definitely. Goose Rolls and Hanzo Momo are the only ones that I really want. But I think Hanzo Momo is going to miss an opportunity because they have to probably inscribe them themselves. I don't think they're doing a free and fair mint. So I don't think they're going to be able to get into the top 100,000. I want sub 100,000. Like that is my goal. But I will get a few Hanzo Momo just for the culture. And I think the Japanese art looks really cool.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys showing up on a Monday. That I feel like is bringing the energy back. Go ahead.
57 comments on the cat so far. So.
Oh, nice. What's the cutoff for that?
After Jeff. Once that's done, we'll just look how many comments there is. That's it. So after Merlin Monday.
Okay. So basically, once we're done with that segment, we're about to end the show. We'll do the raffle, guys.
Yep. So it's probably going to be, if you have something to do, it's probably going to be closer around 1 o'clock. So check back Eastern time.
Shout out to my guy Shamana. I know him from X, and he is always on X, helping the space grow. So shout out to you, sir. All right. So go ahead.
I do want to read that one. I totally forgot that one comment from CB Spears.
Oh yeah, that is actually pretty big.
Yeah, I forgot to add that to the banners. But you finish what you're saying. I'm gonna do this in a second.
I was just gonna say, today's kind of a topic of going over some of the milestones that Merlin Chain has achieved, and I think you guys are going to be pretty a little surprised here because there's a lot of stuff that they've been doing, and they're consistently the #1 Bitcoin sidechain in terms of daily volume. No one like contests with them on that. With DeFi Llama, you can check, and so going to be super exciting. Wendy Yam is saying, "I hope I'm not too late for the giveaway." You got to follow the instructions, Wendy.
All you got to do, Wendy, is comment on this post. 75,044,560. It's a picture of my cat. He hates transfer inscriptions. Just put a comment in here, and I'm going to pick a random number, and we're going to pick a random comment. So all you have to do, and more comments, the more chances you have to win. So,
yes, sir. All right, you got the Charlie Spears thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it up right here. So our guy CB Spears, we had him on the show twice. We gotta get him back on the show again because CB, he's always very knowledgeable. We bring down our chat here. He says, seems like fractal blocks are coming in every 5 to 10 seconds. At this rate, this is going to be a monster upwards difficulty adjustment at block 201-600, I think. Just for context, the maximum upwards difficulty adjustment in the Bitcoin core is 4x, 400%. So the fractal core hasn't changed anything on the max difficulty. It could still be an insignificant increase. To the degen who doesn't understand and wants actionable shitcoin trading advice, rent rigs for the next 201-600 blocks. It's money printing time. The other major takeaway is that fractal BRC20 activation height of 21,000 may come in the next couple of days instead of a week from now. So this is the first time I've seen that come from somebody really on the outside. I mean, CB Spears, he's like, I don't think he's going to be shitcoining on Fractal. So it is really cool to kind of see him at least mining it, because CB Spears, he's a mining guy, right? He's a Bitcoiner. He loves ordinals and stuff like that, but he's a mining guy big time. So this is him. He takes advantage of the mining. We know he's been mining on another chain and stuff like that. He's really big on mining, and he's probably got a bunch of rigs right now mining FB because he's a very smart man.
Yeah. I know it's definitely piqued his interest with it. But without miners, a miner community, you don't really have much, right? And so to me, this is really bullish because he's saying, hey, look, there's going to be a lot of miners attracted to this. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out.
Hey, man. All right. It's about that time.
Yeah, I think we're waiting for Jeff here still. We got a couple of the builders here, but
there's one other thing I did want to get into. Apologize. So Agora, Alethea Agora, I actually took some bets over the weekend. I took the Eagles on Friday night against the Packers, and I won some money there. So guys, take a look at this. Agora the markets, and I'm not saying anything about the rune, nothing like that, but the actual markets is pretty cool. I took this bet right here, BTT September price action, and it's really cool because all you got to do is hit buy, and it takes you to Magic Eden. And then you just buy the I think there's none available for this one. I think I might have bought them all, but it's all you got to do is buy there. So, and then other ones as well. They're going to be adding more and more markets. So I took another one too. I took the Republican thing. Yeah, here you go. Who wins president? You can buy Republican or you can buy Democrat. I bought some Republican because that's what I think is going to happen. But check that out as well. AletheusAgora.com. And then check out the markets.
Yep. All right.
Just waiting on Jeff here. He's probably popping in, but should we just bring up a builder?
Yeah, we can start off with you can pick whichever one you want to kind of start off with there. All right, let's do it.
What's up, Sam?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Doing well. There's energy back into the space. In general, I feel like we noticed on YouTube and X as well. But obviously, you got the Fractal launch today that brought some. But with the energy coming back, and there's different things happening with Merlin too. Could you talk a little bit about like what's been going on with Verothium DEX and what that's been like so far?
Yeah, I mean, our DEX is completed. We've launched everything, analytics page and whatnot. At the moment, in the past week, um, we launched two of our staking pools, which is the blue box and one more, and the Dragon Ball.
You got to
Uh,
connect.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm letting Shizzy know. Go on. You said you dropped the Dragon Ball and the blue box.
yeah, Dragon Ball and the blue box. Currently, we're just gonna like our goal is to get new users, like BRC 420 users, to launch on our platform, and we can give them full support for token launches and everything like that. But I'm trying to look into a couple of things with bitmap.game, like how there can be some synergy between our swap and them. Like that's what my ideal goal would be. But I don't think it's like super clear to me how that would look, because I think 3D assets and metaverse have like natural synergy somewhere. And if we can like somehow provide that tether and like give some kind of a tokenization model there, I think that could be good. But I just don't know right now how it would work. So I'm just kind of researching and thinking about that. But apart from that, we're going to keep adding these 3D assets for users to come and stake. Right now, you could see that Verotia Mines, Dragon Balls, and Blue Box are available. We are going to restrict this IP for US users. So, I mean, you can still unstake it, but you won't be able to stake it. That's going to go live this week as well. Because right now, I just want to make sure everything is working perfectly, which it is. So yeah, that's what our general trajectory is going to be. But apart from that, I think new users coming in and launching like 3D assets and somehow utilizing that with bitmap.game if they wanted to, like that could be the biggest thing if it happens that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the perfect time to add these to your platform, right? Because we've been talking with other teams that aren't even on Merlin at this point, but are utilizing BRC 420 assets, right? So that BRC 420 asset class is not dead. Some people had said that before, but you even have bitmap builders that really aren't maybe the hugest fans of Merlin are still utilizing these BRC 420 avatars and stuff, and so I think you guys made a good decision to allow people to stake these. Even they're what are they earning when they stake these?
So the amounts that are distributed daily between the stakers is just given. It's different for everyone, for every asset. But in,
Mhm.
in like for example, like I like right now you can see for blue box it's $1.79 a day for each blue box. For dragon it's $1.34, $10 for the mines. But as these assets appreciate, like I mean, like if our asset were to appreciate, these rewards can become much bigger, right? Like but that just depends on the success of the whole ecosystem, really.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So the next big move for you guys is to kind of integrate into bitmap.game is the plan. Is that what I heard
Well, I mean,
correctly?
I like I need to like see how there can be like synergy there, but I think the underlying driver of it all is really new users are coming in and developing on launching projects. I think that does create a network effect, which is very important. And I think with bitmap.game and 3D assets, it can be. And in terms of how it would fit with bitmap.game, I don't know that clearly yet. I need to like define that first before I can like say anything. But I think there's something there with 3D assets and bitmap.game, and I just need that idea to be more clear in my head.
Gotcha. So what's another possible BRC 420 that you're thinking about adding?
We're like, I don't like we want users to launch BRC 420s. We can assist with that if they can form a community and like they're like, hey, we're gonna work with you and we can launch a BRC 420 and somehow we can fit that in a bitmap.game on some 3D asset, that would be good. But in terms of already established communities, we're gonna incrementally include top 20 BRC 420s on our platform.
Gotcha. That makes sense to kind of shoot for the top the top 20 there. I mean, that would be awesome to kind of see that titanium Cheeto and certain assets like that, the degen kind of assets. But yeah,
Right.
So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think like these people have holders too, right? So they have like underlying a lot of these are on Merlin already. So it's like, you can just yeah, I think it would be smart that like I like what Foxy's building a game too, right? And I think these kind of things will start hopefully popping up in the future where these kind of games start appearing on bitmap.game. But it's like or like even what's the other one? With Chris,
Goodmouth Valley.
Bitmap Valley, yeah.
Bitmap Valley, and if they can port over too on like they say they poured the whole valley over from like bitmap number. I know this sounds like I don't know impossible, but on the top corner of bitmap.game from like 2 to 20, right? And they make the whole bitmap valley there. So and then anyone can enter that bitmap valley, and then they have these 3D assets. Well, I think that can something like that can be super cool, or even if it's Foxy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I
anyone
mean,
can come in.
yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing right now is to try to look for this synergy type approach. So, do you have a message maybe to like builders that have like the EVM skill of building, with Solidity and have interest with the Bitcoin ecosystem of maybe reaching out to you guys or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. We're always open. You can come open a ticket and we'll respond accordingly. But yeah, I think like synergy is very important because, I think like 3 or 4 or 5 businesses kind of working together can create a much bigger and positive effect if all of them are successful, than each individual being successful individually. So I think, yeah, let's see how this plays out. But yeah, I think that's kind of where my thinking is, and I think Merlin has that unique advantage, right, with like Bitmap, because that's a huge community that they absorb.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yep. I agree with you. Shizzy, any questions from you?
No, just looking at the page, and everything looks phenomenal. The analytics stuff, it looks really good. I'm just curious, are you guys getting a lot of users right now? Are you getting like new people every day and stuff like that?
No, our daily active user count is not that high, right? Like it's just not there. So I don't know if it's just because the whole system is slow, but I think in yeah, like we need to again like in terms of development is one thing, and then so we need to like make sure. Well, the market has to pick up, and also we have to like kind of I guess like I'll make a few more announcement about like staking and these kind of things, but its underlying driver is always new users, right? And I think all along like daily active users compared to what it was at peak to what it is now is significantly low. So I think this comes in ebbs and flows and waves, right? Like I think next one can be much higher than the previous daily active user counts. So we'll have to see. Like it changes, right, every day, but it hasn't been like the most optimistic one in terms of daily active users.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that like you said, that's relating a lot to market conditions as well. So and you guys had a soft launch too, right?
Right.
So y'all had a soft launch with daily just a kind of market conditions not being optimal. And so when that changes, I think you'll be able to have definitely a more of a kind of marker of where you guys are at.
Yeah. And
Right. Yeah.
being a V2, right? You guys can do a lot more than the V3. V3 being like Merlin swap. So you're kind of that alternative, right? That alternative. Why did you guys choose V2 over V3?
Um. So V3 is just. I mean V2. It just in my opinion, allows a little bit more of smart contract flexibility. Like if you want to do like tax tokens and you rebase tokens or whatever, right? Like I think it's for like in the old model at least of smart contract, it's easier. In V3 you cannot do certain things, which is the new Uniswap model. Obviously it's an improved model in many ways, but that's the only reason why we did V2, and it was not available on Merlin Swap.
Yeah. My last question for you is, if I want to launch like a meme token or a degen like rebase token with a Verothium DEX, how would I go about that? I think we might have lost Sam there.
Signal there.
Yeah,
We'll bring him back.
We'll bring him back once he comes back in, if he's able to log back in. But in the meantime, we got Jeff up. Looks like he jumped back in, so let's let him finish answer that. Okay, Sam.
Hey, sorry guys, I got a call and it just hung on the phone. But yeah, so I think it's just a V2. That's the only reason. And
did you hear my question?
No, I didn't.
So yeah, my final question for you was, if I want to launch like a degen type token, a meme token, or a rebase token on Verothium DEX, how would I go about that?
Well, I mean, you can just deploy the contract on Merlin, and you can port over, if you want to port over runes or whatever, using Unicross, and then you can have a percentage tax model built in it. And whatever, if you want to send it to liquidity pool or marketing wallet and those kind of things, you can do that. Although the demand for those kind of things have been significantly lower, like it used to be at one point much higher, but it's still available. Like you can do it, or you can even do a rebase token, peg it to $1, and I think that would be super cool if you can do a rebase token, kind of like Ample Force, which we'll see. But yeah, I think that's the only kind of.
But is it easy for me to do it, or do I have to jump through a bunch of hoops? Or
no. Like it's the same as Ethereum. Like if you've done smart contracting on Ethereum and you've deployed a contract with percentage in it, you'll just write the same code and deploy it. And we'll help you. Like we'll get you on the analytics page. We will whitelist once we vet you and your community. We can put you on our analytics page, and you just start trading based on like a regular token on our swap. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that was a good update. Right now, and by the way, I think the demand for those kind of degen tokens will increase once we're in the bull market. It's just like you said, market conditions have been horrible for the past 3 months. We see it directly from analytics of Breach as well, but it's definitely starting to increase again, starting this week, hopefully. But I'm going to bring you back down, Sam. I appreciate you spending time to talk to the community about your updates and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me up here, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. So that was Sam from Verothium DEX, by the way, which is a DEX on Merlin chain that focuses on Bitcoin layer 1 synthetic assets. So let's get Jeff up here.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
We got a new member alert. Someone just signed up for the membership. We appreciate you. Brian Gee, welcome to the Ordinal Revolutionaries, my friend. You are now officially can look at all the member videos. So check them out. We have a whole bunch of stuff there. We have challenges and fun stuff. So check that out. But yeah, let's bring in Jeff.
Welcome, Brian. All right, let's welcome Jeff from the founder of Merlin Chain. You guys probably know him as Bitmap Tech, up to the stage. Jeff, how are you doing, sir?
Actually, wait 1 second. So many DMs. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's my last DM. I will turn off my Telegram right now and be focused 100%. Yeah, you're good. So actually pretty well. I was away, for 2 weeks in Japan and Korea. Korea is crazy. You cannot.
Yes, it is. I'm half Korean, and I used to live there, so I know how they try to get you to party too.
Yeah, you can't imagine how many events they have, on daily basis. How many people you meet at the BTC Con. Arthur Hayes was there. After he gave a speech, I think he posted, short the Bitcoin to 50K, which almost happened. And lots of great guys there, many builders. I think there are lots of Bitcoin events there. BTC Con goes great. The BTC Renaissance by Babylon is great. I was actually having a Merlin half a year Twitter space, but like Chinese space tonight, and I share lots of things about Korea, about Bitcoin. I can share that later. But the major things, we have in past 2 weeks. First is what happened with Bitmap Gain. We offer 4.2 million Bitmap token, which is like 420 Bitmaps equal value. to the users, who participate in this new function. And I mean, everything it costs you, in the function experience, we give you like 100 to 200% back, which means free money. And lots of people have actually participated. You can see there's like 160 million BitMET tokens stake right now with the renting function. So we'll have like 6 to 7 different phases. Every phase we bring like a new function, and we give rewards. By educating people how to use that. We have the function a week ago. People just don't like to spend money on that. Like nowadays, people are not happy with their bags. No matter what kinds of ecosystem you are from. So we just decided to give out the grants. And this morning, I just decided to. I actually decided this event like last night when I was like super late. So I say, why not give another $100 million to $100,000 to the users who participate in the in the
100
function.
million. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money, bro. I really don't have that kind of money, bro. So, but it was only for 10 days, for $100,000 for 10 days. The APY is high. And right now we can see like 36, 37 million Merle tokens staked. Already #1 game on DeFi Llama. So that's one thing. And another thing is about our half-year report. Lots of media, almost every media in the world, in US, in Korea, even in Russia, all the media report, like share our reports. We can go into some basic details. So yeah, that's like the 2 major things happening in the past 2 weeks.
It's a lot of traveling, a lot of work. I'm sure a lot of meeting people and stuff like that. So I saw a little bit of your H1 report, and it looks like you guys accomplished a lot of milestones that maybe the everyday users don't look into and stuff like that. What would you say would be the a couple big milestones that you guys hit?
Yeah, do you mind share the screen of the tweet?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can share it. Oh, do you want me to share it? I can share it.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is the first one, I believe, and let me get the second one here.
Yeah, I think like that's the only one. Sorry, just
like the one that I was showing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go back.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to go into the full report. The full report was like 30 pages, so we don't.
Okay. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at like the tweets. First you can see different diagrams. Getting like enlarge the picture. Sorry, I mean click. Yeah, click like on the first picture. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just like basically we're sharing the volume right now because if you look at all these Bitcoin layer 2s. Some people like if you're not familiar with these numbers on DeFi Llama, you probably don't know the full details. So this is like the LP, which means you can dump, you can buy stuff on Merlin chain easily. Like I always share the whale of Bitmap. I think he only has like 1,000 right now. He just dumped his last 400 tonight, so he has like 1,000 Bitmaps right now. And the next picture is about the trading volume. So basically, the other chains, like I mean, we're not showing the names, but I can assure you, there are like billions of dollars worth of chains in Bitcoin ecosystem. So I mean, we actually have the volume, so users can trade stuff here. The next picture is about the amount of Bitcoin bridge out, and yeah, you can close the picture now. And I think something fun will be the very end. By the very end. Yeah, so the release schedule. So right now so like bro, like no other chain gave 20% tokens to the users, on day 1, and we give that. And right now you can see the team doesn't have any token in the next 24 months. The investor only have 0.4 tokens in the next 12 months. So basically it says this token is for the users, and you don't need to worry about other chains kind of just like vesting tokens every month, lots of sell pressure. So yeah, I mean, if anyone's interested, you can read the long report, or you can read the TLDR report. So yeah, I think that's what we have accomplished. And so basically, the feeling I've been getting in the Korean event week is, I think it's like very divided. when you talk about Bitcoin in those events, you can see everyone is talking about BTC5. Babylon, Lombard, Solve, Bedrock, all these things. I was on different panels, giving different keynotes. I was doing a survey, in the biggest Bitcoin events. I was like, is anybody, has anybody bought any, ruins or ordinals in the past, 3 months? I would say no people raised their hand, to be honest. Sadly,
Really?
Yeah, but they're, they claim themselves to be, BTC enthusiasts. They're here for the BTC events. They're builders. They're VCs. They're people who love Bitcoin. So and you can still see there are no other chains supporting original ordinals and runes now. So I figured that out in that event because it's gonna be much easier for any builder to do BTC5. They can explain that $1 trillion market, to any VC, and also they can get some whales, to pump their value. So basically, if you look at all this data, on Dune, you can see Solve has much more than 100,000 users. You can see all these users, most of them from earning, they have 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.05 Bitcoin. So they're retail users. But if you look at all these other big LRT, I mean, they're not as big as Solve. But if you look at number 3, number 2, they have like 2-digit holders on mainnet, but they have 3,000-4,000 Bitcoin. So you can imagine how can a project with 30 users but with 3,000 Bitcoins basically mean they are institutions and whales. But that part of story is always easier for builders to do. They just convince some whales, convince some VCs, and they can release their tokens. But in order to build ecosystem for retail user, it's much harder. You have to educate people how to use smart contract. You have to convince them to use a bridge. You have to provide all kinds of LP for all kinds of assets. You have to convince them. Even now, they think you cannot bridge those assets out of learning. You have to have a huge support team to tell people why can I do this? Why can't I do that? So I actually had a small moment that I regret of building Merlin at that time, but that's what I've been experiencing in the past 2 weeks.
Gotcha. So the small moment that went away, or that's still here, or were you able to kind of get your thoughts together and maybe see a different perception, or where are you at now mentally?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm all good. I just look at all these facts, and you can see. First, some people will build in Web3 in a much easier way. They build this, they convince some VCs, they convince some whales, and then list it. Yeah, but if you look at all these builders emerging, I think you guys have talked like with a lot of them. You can see they keep building in the past 6 months, 7 months. They keep building, even though it's very hard time to raise funds, even though it's really hard time to please everyone, because every ordinals and ruins is going down for the past 6 months. But they're still here.
I see what you're saying. You're basically saying that you took the harder road, and you look back and you see some of these other people basically pitching these easy kind of raising funds just because it's easy to explain and stuff. That's what you meant by that?
Yeah, and I mean, I just what I mean is we have to look at the facts. It's much harder to build in ordinals right now. If you say ordinals or runes to any VC, they will look in the eye, they will show their pity face, and they will try to talk to you for a minute or two, but they just go away. That's fact. Anyone is trying to talk to VC about ruins and ordinals. But the thing is, you need those people, because if you want to try to build something big, you cannot just take your own money to do that. You need some support with outside resource. So it's really hard. I know you guys are always bullish. I'm always bullish too, but we have to understand right now it's really hard, and for the liquidity to come in, it's a long way down the road.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, to your point though, if you bought anything in April or in March, it's down pretty bad from that right now, right? So that's kind of what it is. Bitcoin going sideways for over close to 200 days now. It's never really been seen like this before. We never really had this big of a. It looks like a bull flag to me, right? Going back to February, but it's never been this sideways for this long in a halving year. And that's where people are just kind of like, it's kind of worse than dropping 20%, right? 30%, because at least then, you know, you can kind of battle back. But this is sideways, just been really tough. So I don't think I don't think people always bash runes. People always you know, like say stuff about Merlin and stuff like that. It's just like when these projects launched, it was, you know, peak high, and then we're kind of sitting in this sideways action, which is pretty bad, right?
Yeah, like almost every token was like 80% down, if not, you know, complete like that.
Gotcha. All right. So obviously we want to get into some of these other builders here, but my question for you is, you know, we just had Sam up from Verothian Dex, and he was talking about bitmap.game. I know that's a passion that you have in terms of building like this metaverse with Bitcoin and stuff. What is the status of bitmap.game, and could a project like, you know, what's the next step for a project like Verothian Dex to integrate and be a Dex there?
Yeah. So I think I had a Twitter space last week, like really late. The main point is, I think we don't need a metaverse with only experience, because, you know, metaverse is just like a mirror world of the real world, right? So in the real world, the most important thing is economics. You know, if without economics, without markets, you know, America will still be like different tribes of Indians. It's like a land with all the treasury. Yeah, I mean, no disrespectful way, but you know that like that's how Asian, you know, tribes work. But you know, a U.S. continent is like a place with so much resources. You know, with oil, with gold, with silver, with all that stuff. It just needs a economy booming there. So that, you know, that's what happened with all these, you know, different small stores, you know, independent owners, big companies, banks, like firefighters, police station. So we need an economy to have a metaverse. So that's why, you know, we didn't like go all in about the experience. You know, like if we need a game, we can always go on PS5 or Steam to have a better game, but we want to bring economics. So the first example is, you know, the renting. So you have the token, you can have a bigger rent. That's what happened in the real world. And then the next token and function will be up. So if you have this kind of token, you can bring this function in your small world, and you can encourage people to do things to make, you know, incentives for you. And the other users will have incentives to try your stuff, such as like you build a casino, you build a you know, a play world, you build something, you know, for people to come here to swap things easily. So it's fully permissionless. You know, if you need a 3D object in the real world, you can do that. If you need a smart contract, you know, for example, staking, you can just provide the smart contract and you can have it. So we're trying to build economy in the metaverse, and we want this to be permissionless. We don't want to, you know, just share some, you know, slides with some, you know, super cool image. But we want something working.
Yeah, that makes sense. So really kind of enticing them with kind of like this, first of all, I love the 3D aspect of it now. It's definitely different. It's pretty cool.
You can go to the bigger world, you know, at the down, like the right bottom, you can just see that. So if like this is like 1 times 1, if you go back to last
the 3
page.
times 3?
No, the 20 times 20.
Okay, so like if I go back here, why is it not? Let's see. Let me pull back. Where's the 20 times 20?
Bottom right.
Right here?
Yeah, the very bottom.
All right. So if I enter here, and this is where the platform's a lot bigger, right? So like an economic, I agree with that. I think that will entice people to use this space, like especially for our space, so like a casino or something like that. But let's say like Verothian Dex, right? Because they're interested in this. Would they have to create like a graphic space or something to like be a Dex kind of, and then they can integrate how people could trade there, or like what would be the steps for that?
Yeah, it's actually just only 2 steps. First, you need to have a smart contract. So for example, like staking. So they support staking, you know, BRC420 there, right? So they already have a smart contract. They don't need to do anything about that. The second thing you need is a 3D object. So for example, if you want to make this staking experience like mining, just build a 3D, you know, mining object, and then you like integrate. Like right now, it's not open yet, but we can help with that. You know, integrate that smart contract with that 3D object, and so for the users, they can, you know, choose to put that in their own land. So other people go into their house can see this. So like what's this? Okay, so staking BRC420 for the token, and when they do that, because it's your land, so you can get like a royalty out of their staking experience. That's about mutual benefits.
Oh, you got the slot machines here.
Yeah, but we don't right now. Yeah, so just like imagine this is like a function built by the apps. Now they just need to integrate the smart contract to the object, and it's out. And people go into your land to do slot machines, you get a cut. That's called like the economy. Yeah.
Gotcha. I love that actually. So if you're a builder and you're looking to build, then reach out to their team, because you just need to add smart contracts to your asset, and then you can earn fees that way and stuff like that, right?
Yes. So like right now we're trying to do this step by step. So the first object probably will be the hot mint built by Unicross, and also the it comes the same time like the merging swap. There will be like a swap board there, so people who trade in your land, instead of merging swap and the LP gets a fair share, now it's you and the LP gets fair share. So even
the bitmap owner.
Yeah, the bitmap owner, yes.
Oh,
so that's about you have like a huge space there with like 50 people and saying buy this, and when they buy you get a cut, and if they make money they will love you. This is just like an influencer kind of thing, which happens in the CEX before, but now can happen in Metaverse.
That's so interesting. Yeah, because like if you're creative and you're good at creating like a 20 by 20 bitmap space, you have to use 20 bitmaps, so you're utilizing your bitmaps. So you have a utility for those. Now you're creating a space that people want to go to. So we've now moved from the Web 2 version of creating a website, a forum, or something, to where people want to go and discuss things, to this new version to where it's like this world. People want to come here for some reason, and you're getting a lot of people here. And there's talented people that can do this, by the way, to get people here. And now you're basically partnering with vendors. Is the approach.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's like just one small example, and we want to put all these functions into that metaverse. And it's not necessary, it's gonna be on merging chain. It can be like any chain.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Any questions from you, Shizzy?
No, it looks phenomenal, man. You have a team of people that are building this, right?
Yep.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. And I was talking to Sam a little bit about the BRC420 asset class that's starting to get, revived here. The people that were kind of mad about Merlin, the bitmap community, they still use them. The BRC420 is just funny, but I think that this is a perfect place to integrate these BRC420s into as well, right? Or can they not be added to this world?
It will be. I mean, all major BRC420 will be integrated with Bitmetal game, and I think in just like 4 days after today, it's like 1 year anniversary with BRC420. So we can expect something good.
Ooh.
And yeah, we can talk about that next week. And also I mean, if you look at like the 1 year journey, last year was like $0.01 to mint a BRC420, and now it's still like $2,200. So we'll definitely have something special for the community. We definitely see this is a special protocol, so we want to build more for BMAP and also BRC420.
All right. So for all you people that might have been sad about BRC420s, we told you guys that we think this asset class is going to, be sustained for a long time. So, Jeff, I'm gonna keep you up here, but I'm gonna bring up the next guest. Okay.
Yeah. I have a call in like 20 minutes. We are going to have a hackathon with some VCs and emerging builders. So I probably will leave.
Okay. No worries. If you have to jump off, that's fine. We appreciate you coming up, and I will be seeing you soon. I'll be in Singapore probably this Friday. So
this Friday? Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going early. I'm going early a little bit because I want to make the Ordinal Summit and stuff. So
yeah, is there like anyone if you want to meet, just DM me earlier and we can have like
we'll connect and then we'll get our schedules and all that stuff aligned. So
cool.
All right. Talk to you
soon.
See
you, Jeff.
All right.
I'm gonna go Piccini or
Yeah, let's bring Bit Genie up and then we'll finish it out with Mr. J, our guy. All right, so let's welcome Bit Genie to the stage. How are you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, again, thank you again for inviting me into the morning morning again. Yeah, it's been so long that we didn't participate, but believe me, I usually watch every like Monday the podcast from the Ordinal Revolution to update the latest news. Yeah, before I think I will trying to update some like latest achievement before I want to talk more about the fractal Bitcoin because
Okay.
recently we connected with BTC terminal and you know they already launched that. Okay, so recently we still focus on building our Genie like mini app, and we just published a new milestone we gained in the mini app, which we have 250 new users into this platform, and one great thing that I just find out is well, when I do the analytics of the wallet inside because we have like a task to allow users to submit wallet because we hold the March Tap seasons and with a lot of BTC co-partners, including Soft. For example, in with the Soft campaigns where we will give away like accelerator cards for users who stack their Bitcoin on like Soft BTCs, and also I collect a lot of EVM and BTC wallets, and I just realized actually people playing games on Telegram they still have like a decent of the balance, and it's pretty good. It's like which means they actually have a real users with the a good on-chain activities because before when I do the Telegram board I see a lot of people and I was thinking like oh they're just like bots or random users or they don't have access or new users, but I still realize there are a lot of like potential users from the other network, but it's still not know much about the Bitcoin ecosystem because um they're just following the train or attacking games, but they don't know much. So we are on the way to just recently we just launched a new series of education on like on YouTube to just explain things on Bitcoin. For example, recently we have a video about the runes protocol, and it's got a lot of good interactions and views. You know, so next, I will like just make more video about the Bitcoin ecosystem. So the fractal Bitcoin will be next thing we do to engage more users, and some update on the deck side. Actually, recently we just collaborate with Unicorns because they just launched um, the mint competition for the uncommon goods runes. Yeah, one of the famous good runes in Bitcoin like one. And now use their beside they just minting on the multi chain, they can also bring their uncommon goods into the Bitcoin to stack for the rewards. And we have provided a BR up to 100%, and we got like 350k uncommon goods runes already stacked on Bitcoin. Yeah, actually the poll just ended, but soon we will publish more like upcoming rules for that. So we are paying more attention to the new type of the uh, I can say new type of protocol, I don't know if I say it right, because when I connect with this terminal, there's like a Betty guy who shared to me the concepts of OBCAP because I just read a little title of this new concepts, but still a little bit confused. But I go through his like article and read everything about the potentials of the OBCAP like language and like it opened up more potential for the Bitcoin developers to make like to make a lot of new applications and also have the potential to bring all of them into the layer two. So I think if people are starting paying more attention into the fractal Bitcoin, so I think there should be a way like we can bring like fractals or things on Bitcoin fractal into the Bitcoin layer two, like merchant, for example. So actually, BTC terminal they have like recently they have a mini app. We want to collab them on a mini app, but they just keep showing us like their the services to they have provide users with the mining machine. Like they have the mining machines and they allow us to just I mean rent for example, and you can actually mine the FP like recently people do. And And also, I mean, there are a lot of story around the fractal Bitcoin. So we are like paying attention and want to learn more about how we can like connect with the communities about this one, this new
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
it.
really. I was gonna say I think that's really smart that you guys are actually doing that because your approach seems to be what can we do to further bring more attention to Merlin chain and the Bitcoin layer 2 ecosystem, and working with teams over there in Fractal to be able to possibly bridge to Merlin chain and back and forth. I think it's big. Having this Bitcoin ecosystem work in cohesion is probably the most important thing to do. Obviously, there's people that think, oh, we got to take all the liquidity and we got to take all the liquidity. But that, in my opinion, is not the right approach, especially right now, right before this big bull run up, because everybody can share at that point when liquidity's coming and Bitcoin's at 100,000 and, plus, right? So I really like your approach with this.
Yeah, actually, if you look at like the token terminal data, right, and you can see like the transaction, the number of the transactions on the Bitcoin ecosystem is actually still bigger than the open network. Yeah, yeah. Before I was I know that on the Bitcoin network we not only have like a lot of broker, we also have like manual trading, but the open network is like the new store just coming up, but they still cannot pass our Bitcoin ecosystem, and we are like among the top five eco because we're on the modern chain. The top one is Solana or something. Um, and Bitcoin still had a lot of greatest potential. But we still want to like bring users from other chains because a lot of users out there was thinking of Bitcoin is like the network of the gas fee. Like when people think of it, we think they have to pay a lot of gas fee or things. They have to learn a lot of new keywords. Uh, like so when we make a video about the education, a lot of people was having like were questions like, hey, what wallet I should use, what is the difference between like the wallet in BC1B or BC1Q, for example. If we are new to the Bitcoin ecosystem, kind of that question is pretty hard to understand, and before you and understand it's just a step. Before you can bring those users to actually put money in, we need to bring them a lot of study case about how people make money with the Bitcoin ecosystem, especially with a lot of new concept, new Bitcoin published every day. So we need to like keep on updating things real quick uh, to bring them like more attention to the Bitcoin eco.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man.
All right. So any other updates for BitGenie? You said a lot, with the Fractal and the Telegram. But I guess like what should be the next thing that
Yeah, for the next thing, I think it's a little bit like different from what I'm saying because the core team they are still like focused on building the market predictions. Yeah, in the current state, like prediction is kind of the games that really become famous right now. Like the growth
poly
of the
market?
yeah, yeah, of the poly market, yeah, there's start a lot of betting and market even. So we want to create like the same gameplay on Origin Chain on Bitcoin ecosystem. We should have one, right? We should have one. We
I
don't let
agree.
like other networks let's just grab all the attention. We should have some kind of this on our platform. So we want to make like a market prediction inside the Bitgenie mini app. So users they can bet on the event using our token, yeah, to bring more like just make up with the circulation, uh, like and create more like transactions for users on the Merlin chain. Yeah, the number of the transactions on Merlin chain is like they're stable, but we wanna like push it forward. So
Yeah.
if we want to increase kind of interaction, so I think some small interaction via like the mini app would be the greatest way, because if we require users to do it uh, on the website, for example, on a website, they need to connect wallet. They have to um, have the gas fee on that, for example. So we are still thinking of the way that we want to make users they can interact on chain, but also we need to provide a way users they can have like gas fee right in the mini app, right? Maybe they have a wallet inside Media, for example, to interact on chain, on Bitcoin. So that's what we're still thinking and doing, and we hope like to make the first beta of the market prediction in the October.
Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I was talking to Shizzy. I was like, should we just build a predictions market on Merlin? 'Cause I agree. I think Merlin would benefit big time with it. But we appreciate you breaking down your updates, BitGenie. You guys remind me of kind of like Ghosty, to where they're constantly building and adding things. So we're excited to see the future of BitGenie, and hopefully, if you're in Singapore, I can catch up with you there.
Actually, yeah, of course. Our founder DCs and our like BD Nadia will come there, and of course, they will have like maybe they will come together with Jeff, because I think DCs and Jeff has like a strong connection, and also they will contact, and also and I think you guys will both like meet together.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get some interviews in person there. So, okay, BitGenie, thank you so much, and you're always welcome back, and we will talk soon.
Okay, thank you, Yagobi and Shizzy. Yeah, you guys are always great
See you, buddy.
hosts.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, let's bring him down. All right, we're going to bring up one of our favorite people in this space and the Bitcoin ecosystem in general, and one of our good friends, Mr. J from Unicross, up to the stage. What is going on, sir?
Yo, GM. How are you guys?
Good, man. How are you?
Feeling good. I heard a really interesting, I would say, fact about you, Yagobi.
What is that?
You're half Korean?
Yeah. My mother's Korean. You probably couldn't tell if you saw me standing next to my mom. She's like barely 5 feet. I'm like 6'1", 2, maybe 240, hopefully 230 now. But yeah, I've lived in Korea. I've went back there for a year in my early 20s, so I know how hard that they like to have fun. Were you in Korea?
Dude, I was in Korea, and okay. So
lots of soju.
A bit of context, right?
Yeah.
I was in I would say like in the pretty recent past. I was in Vietnam, Taiwan, Japan, and also Korea. But you know, man, Koreans,
yeah,
they know how to party, and they really know how to throw events, bro. I swear to God, man. Like,
definitely
the venues, you know, the way they organize, the people, the energy of the people, it's really like nothing that I've seen in other countries, and it just kind of makes you long to go there more. Okay. I was spared from a lot of drinking because I had an operation, and I can't drink for like probably 2 months. So, but we'll drink in Singapore, hopefully. It's just that, you know, apart from all that fun, the amount of energy that these investors, players in the space, and also like you know, from the VCs, you know, you kind of feel that energy where they are, you know, very modern and kind of really want to push things forward. But you know, let's not discount that, you know, during WebEx Japan, that there were like a lot of government support. You know, there's Sony who launched their blockchain, and there's so many things that they can do with that, you know, as a $1 billion company. So I'm very bullish about that. I just really, you know, I'm impressed by the amount of Bitcoin events in Korea. You know, we had BTCon. There was a BTC bar by Trevor and the Pizza Ninjas, along with BitLayer, and that went on, you know, for a whole week. So hats off to them. I don't know how they did it. You know, everyone's like, I would say, really having a good fun over there, and you kind of like get this sense that what bear market, you know, are you what are you guys talking about? You know, well, what bear market? Like, it's so bullish over there, and you have a lot of these curious people who are very like interested to know, like, oh, okay, now you can do something on Bitcoin. So I really like these melting pots of like different events in conjunction with a major crypto event like KBW, Korean Blockchain Week, for example. So it kind of like brings together people from outside the ecosystem, get that interest going as well. You know, I was listening to BitGenie talk just now as well. You know, they have like a very, very good direction in trying to onboard new users into the space. And hats off to them. They really put their foot forward to support us as well. I don't think I've shared this with you guys yet, but Uncommon Goods was a really good. We had this competition with Uncommon Goods, and it was a really good experience for everyone. I don't think this is talked about much, but you know, we kind of had this way of minting where you do not even have to bridge Bitcoin over to Merlin. So that was a new kind of like I would say innovation that we kind of push forward and make things easier for everyone. You know, we're really just putting in a lot of money, time, and effort from our own pockets. You know, I think Jeff was also talking about builders now. You know, we already spent a lot of money, and sometimes funds run out, so we don't care. We just really want to unleash the potential of Bitcoin assets, and even if it means taking money off our own pocket, not from like VC funds, not from like funders or angel investors, that's okay. A lot of the LPs that were created were also funded by our own pocket, and the whole reason why we do this is actually number one, you know, to grow that user base, and number two, to actually make things easier for everyone to understand during this period. I have a lot of comments from people that the market is pretty bearish, yada yada yada. And if we could help people in a way, you know, that's how we can do it. You can actually, you know, after you mint your Uncommon Goods, you actually get 10% more, and then if you minted a lot, you actually got even more. So that was a pretty good deal for people. And couple this with Bitmap Game, all these developments of just rewarding users for actually using the product is actually a way to, I would say, stress test and also let people experience and have fun without worrying of like, oh, do I need to spend gas fees for this? Do I need to spend this, spend that? I think it's very important during this period to give back to the community. It just kind of like shows that who are the long-term builders around here. There's a lot of builders, quote unquote, that have been building since, quote unquote, since forever. And last year, I'm not going to name names, but a lot of them are not really around anymore. Some of them just say like, oh, the market's down, probably we'll see what happens when the market's bullish again. So this is really like a very opportunistic behavior. We also see a lot of this from people who are starting out different layer twos right now as well.
Yeah.
But to each their own, man. For us, and I think I can say the same for Merlin as well. We keep building, and we keep shipping out products. I think Jeff also touched a little bit about like economy. So you kind of need to have like build out a whole kind of like a whole ecosystem where when, you know, the time is right, people can actually come in and enjoy the whole full experience rather than like waiting until the bull market comes and then, oh shit, I need to build this, I need to build that. So this kind of like persistence, I hope people see that from builders who are long-term builders, not just on Bitcoin Layer 2, but also on Bitcoin Layer 1 as well. There's a lot of people working really hard, and they're not kind of like getting the recognition just because you know, the market's like not that great, or you feel that it's not that great. So yeah, that's a little bit of you know, update, very brief general update. We've been keeping ourselves really busy during this period, trying to figure out a better solution for bridging and a better solution for indexing. So I know we all have these indexers and bridges right now, but it could be better. I think a long time ago, I did mention that to reach the road to like perfection, we kind of need to start somewhere, and we did. We started somewhere with Merlin, and Merlin started somewhere, becoming a very good layer 2 or sidechain, as you call it. But this is the time when a lot of us are putting our thinking caps on to really improve what we're doing, really improve how to make the process more decentralized, and basically have a better experience for everyone for Bitcoin layer 1 and layer 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Reminds me a little something similar to something I posted on Sunday morning, doesn't it, Shizzy? In terms of building, my Sunday morning thoughts about like building for the end user. And
Yeah.
there's entities that strictly come into our space for money only, and that's fine if that's their choice. But the projects and the ecosystems that are really going to flourish are going to be the ones that grind even when they don't get the recognition, but they're trying to produce a product or service that makes the end user's life more convenient, more better. And I think that's what you guys are doing. That's exactly what you explained to me just now. So, am I wrong? That's what you guys are aiming for, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. To me, I've been here since Ordinals wasn't even, I would say, wasn't even like a 10 million kind of market cap economy. We were in the trenches together. It was really fueled by this passion and interest. And I think I can say a lot for a lot of people as well. It was that passion and interest. And along the way, kind of like people made money. And then people came here for like, oh, there's actually ordinals. Maybe there's actually BRC20s that you can trade to make money. And that kind of like distracted a lot of people from that core value of making Bitcoin fun again. So I never forget that. I never forgot the kind of like joy that I kind of felt when I first heard about bitmaps, and which was actually what onboarded me into ordinals. So never forget where you begin. So I was also very, very deep in the trenches with you guys, with Jeff. It was like a fun period, and right now we're just having fun becoming builders, and it's just a great experience, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we also have like a lot to prepare for the past 2 weeks for Token 2049's inscribing summit. I'm very excited, very, very excited for that. Hopefully we're gonna be able to announce something during like possibly a keynote. Still fingers crossed for that, but we'll definitely have a panel where we'll be talking to some other builders about the Bitcoin ecosystem. Still waiting on the timetable for that, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, through this entire time, there's been a handful of builders who've been like vocal and building, right? So you have kind of have one or the other. You have people that are just vocal who really aren't building anything, and then you have guys who are just not vocal and just quiet. But you guys seem to really be one of the few that are actually both. I mean, I think that's really good for you guys. You guys are out, like you guys come in. I think you've missed maybe one Monday in the last 3 months, right? It's huge. And
Yeah,
you guys
so
are just always
that,
out there. No, man, no. But you seriously, I mean, that's huge. I mean, you're here every single week, in and out. You're talking in spaces. You guys put on a space. It's amazing. I think you guys do it. I think it was like for a while, me and Yagobi attended, and on a hive in there. It's just really awesome that you guys are just so focused on community and the building aspect, right? Yeah. Do you feel like that's really important? Do you really feel like the like doing kind of both?
Yeah, I think it's very important, and it kind of is like teamwork. Most of our team at Unicross are most of the people there are devs, including our founder, co-founder. So I kind of like have to be in this role where it's a very front-facing role, not just to like the community, but also to a lot of these VCs that we're talking to push our build much bigger. And I don't think we've announced anything about this, but by the time that you hear about it, you kind of like understand why we kind of need to have this reach with not just builders on Bitcoin, but also builders on different chains, builders and different VCs as well to really carry this vision that we have forward much bigger than we can as a DApp.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome. All right, Mr. J, I know it's late where you are, but I'm definitely looking forward to meeting you in person this later this week, early next week. But we appreciate you giving us an update, the community an update. We got 584 people in here right now, and so just keep doing what you're doing. Your conviction is everything, in terms of what you're building. So we'll have you back on, of course, and the door's always open for you, and we will talk very soon.
Yeah, maybe one last thing that I can share is that there will be the first Bitcoin conference in Malaysia as well after Token 2049. That's during ETH-KL, and that's organized by a huge group of OGs, Bitcoin OGs in Malaysia. I'm very bullish on that, and if you have time, I hope hopefully you're still here by 3rd of October. But if you have time, I would love to see you guys there as well. That's just something that some of my friends are building upon. Like now that they see there's so much that you can do on Bitcoin, they're like, okay, the time is right. Our digital minister is going to be there as well. So yeah, just sharing about this. Nothing involved with them, just purely as a Malaysian.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's awesome. First of all, I'll be out of the country by then or back here, but if that's an annual event, definitely we'll look into attending next year. And also that's something that we can cover on the show, just to educate people. But appreciate everything you do for the space, sir, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
Take it easy.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
All right. That was awesome. 592, almost 600 people in here, and they're all waiting to see who the winner is going to be, I assume.
Yeah, man. So we're giving away some FB. If you make bring up the screen here. So all you need to do, and you still have not much time left, but all you have to do is put a comment on this image. 75,044,560.
Do they have any time left? Because I think we should probably run it.
Yeah, it's 100. Well, it's still 100. So I'm not going to refresh the page. So you do not have any time left, but yeah.
We are capped out at 100 comments, guys. So this is perfect because this goes from 1 to 100. So how many times are we running this? 5 times?
Yeah, but do one at a time.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Good luck to the people. To the first winner here. I'm going to generate 84. So you're going to have to count down 16 from the bottom.
Yep. So go to the bottom here. I'm going to load more.
They always make it like hard for you.
I know. Why is it always in the back? It's never like a number 7 or anything. Like, how easy it would be to count 7. But once I get these all loaded up, it'll be fine. 100 comments here. You guys came in droves today, man. Shout out to you guys. Going down. And I don't know what kind of order they put, because if you do like something, it shoots up and stuff. So this is just fair. I don't know what comment it is or whatever. It's just the easiest, fairest way. So 16?
Yeah.
All right.
Count
1,
down.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Congratulations to Mempool Getting Hot. It was their comment. I'm going to click on their name. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to send that to you, Yagobi, to make sure that we have it saved.
Yeah, send it to my Twitter. All right.
All right, we got our first winner, and I'm going to hit back.
All right. Congrats to the first winner there. All right, we're going to go ahead and generate the next winner here. 92, so you have to count down 8.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I got to load them up again.
That open, though.
Well, it's like I had to go save the address.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So just count down from 8.
It's never the other way, right?
Yeah, I know. It's never like 8 or 4.
All right, this is it again. So what is it?
8. Count down 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fractal Bitcoin to the moon. If that was your comment, then you won. I'm grabbing your address here, sending it to Yagobi.
All right.
All right, give me a good one. Give me a good one.
All right, I hope. I mean, it's not up to me. It's up to random.org. All right, here we go. Good luck, guys. 28. Not too bad. You can count.
That's actually kind of worse.
Why? Because you got to open up more?
No. I got to go this way. All right. I'm not going to count me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Shizzy and Yagobi always bring it.
Let's
Jay
go.
Hathaway. Oh, one of our new members. Shout out to you, man. You win. I'm going to go in. I'm going to grab your address here. And I'm going to pop that in the chat again.
All right. I'm going to go back and pick the next winner here. All right. Good luck, guys. This is drawing number 4. 25.
All right. So I just go to, it's easy because I just go to Jay Hathaway and I go 2 down.
Yeah. No, 3 because he's 28.
3 down.
So 27, 26. So yeah.
I don't remember where his comment was. There he is. Okay. So he was what, 20? He was 28, right? And it's 25?
Yeah, it's 25.
So 28, 27, 26, 25. Shizcat, if you commented Shizcat, you won today.
All right, and then we got one more drawing, guys. So good luck to the final winner here. Doop. 27. So 1 down from Hathaway now. Goodness.
All right.
It's like all next to each other.
It's all clustered, yeah. There he is. So he was 28, so 27. What is it?
Yeah, 27.
26, you said? 27?
That's it. That's it right there.
All right, cool. If you commented Lee Go, you win. So congratulations.
Right.
I'm gonna I'll post the winning addresses into the chat here as well. So let me copy. So if you're one of these 5, I will be sending you 2 FB to that wallet that you commented with. So I'm gonna pop it in the chat here so you guys can take a look. And yeah, shout out to Joshua, man. You're still here and you won, my friend. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys, we thank you so much. It's been a little over 2 hours live stream. We love doing Merlin Mondays. We love those builders. We love Mr. J, all of them, Jeff, everybody, and we love you guys. You guys stayed this entire time. 603 people watching us. Without you guys and without the builders, we don't have a job, me and Shizzy. So we want to thank on all fronts there. But if you do have a moment, please check out our partners. We'll start with BitPerp. They are a premium perpetual DEX that will be launching on a Bitcoin layer 2 in Q4. They will be having a paper trading competition, so it's free, no money. That should be here in the next 3 weeks. We'll get you guys more information on that. And you can learn more about them at bitperp.io. And of course, we got our guys, Ordinal Hive, that also builds on Merlin. They weren't able to make it today, but those guys are building. They're about to release their Bitcoin Layer 1 aggregator for marketplaces. You're going to be able to find the cheapest ordinals on Ordinal Hive. And they've also scaled out to Merlin chain, so you can use them there. If you go to beta.ordinalhive.io, you can list, sell, buy, and you can earn points by doing that. And you need to do that early before the masses come, because they're going to turn off a multiplier that they're going to add soon. You can turn those points into possibly tokens in the future. We'll see, though. Fluid Tokens is our other partner here, and they just announced Bitcoin native layer staking, guys. This is innovative. No one else offers this right now. You can stake your Billy Cats, I believe, by I don't want to say the date because they did tell us that we're excited about that, but I would say possibly this week. I'll say that. Yeah, look at Fluid Tokens. They offer a runes DEX. They split up the runes for you. You don't have to do that. And then also Verothium DEX, we had Sam on today. He's focusing on BRC 420, single staking. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to stake it there, and you can earn VGAS tokens, which is a rune originally. And they are going to be integrating into bitmap.game. And finally, Foxy, guys. Those guys are building an amazing, first-person shooter game. We saw the latest update today. We shared it in our members-only stream yesterday. It's awesome. Just think COD for that. And then also they have their Bitminer. Their pre-sale for Bitminers. They've been selling them. They've sold almost like 1,500 or more. So if you want those, that link will be in the show notes. But they have a lot of stuff coming as well. So we thank you for checking out our partners.
Yeah, man. And guys, if you have some time, check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles here dating all the way back to last September. Over a year worth of articles now, guys. And if you guys need get caught up on Fractal, what is it? We have everything you guys need to know in this article right here. And if you know someone new just entering the ordinal space, send them our website. We really feel like I can really help them really get started in the space. And check out our store as well. Hitting that will take you to our Shopify. And we have some of the best merch in ordinals. If you we pretty much have everything here. So check out our merch, guys. If you want us to add something to our merch store, let us know. We'll probably add it. So just let us know. We can add that for you guys. And we appreciate you. And check out, we're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. So check us out all week, guys. We're going to be here this week, next week, the week after, forever. So if you ever have time, check out Ordinal Revolution live Monday to Friday. And we also put out videos all week. We did a video this past weekend with 2 amazing builders. So check them out as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.